Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in if you're new. My name is Anu, I am your psychic tarot host, and today's reading is a look at the next 3 months in your life, your love, and your career arena. It is timeless, so whenever you see this is the right time that you were meant to see this, okay? So there are 3 options for today, 1, 2, and 3. The first one is a green agate, I believe. And I'm known to get the crystals wrong, so just you can go by the colors. The first one is green, the second is a pink rose quartz. That's option number 2. And then option number 3 is a citrine, even though it looks like a bit of an amber mix, but it is a citrine. Okay, so those are your options. Go ahead and pick your first one that you're called the most to, and of course you can watch more than one. I will see you at your selection. Hi group 1, this is for those of you who chose the first crystal or stone, which is, I believe, a green agate. You may know better what it is, but that's what I've been going by. This will be your reading, and this is for the next 3 months. Usually the energies would go into the next 3 months. That's the intention. We're gonna do 3 sections, or we're gonna do overall life, we're gonna do our love life, and then we're gonna do career and see what the energies tell us. So starting with the energy oracle, we'll draw 3, we'll get tarot, and then we'll look a little bit into astrology. Ooh, this one flipped over. Okay. So overall, you have the woman holding a coin, which is fabulous. Okay, you don't have to be a woman, but I know the majority of my viewers are, but you don't have to be, okay? That's just basic data. Let's get 2 more, one for love, and we'll open these later. This is going to be for love life, and then this would be for our career and finances. Okay, so the way we're going to look at these is we'll start with overall, draw some tarot, draw astrology, and then we'll move on to the next sector. Okay, all right, so let's see what tarot has to say. Woman holding a coin, by the way, this is, and especially showing in your self area, you are attracting abundance at this point. You may also be coming into connection with people who will bring you money or will, you know, connect you with others. So overall, the self energy looks like is quite oriented on manifestation, turning our life around, building our life, rebuilding our life, where abundance is the focus, and also spirituality, because we do see the big black cat over here. So your spiritual alignment automatically is going to become a magnet for abundance in your life. So that's what we're seeing over the next 3 months. There is good amount of abundance coming in. Ooh, we got 2. There we go. Spiritually, we're talking about this. You have the high priestess, which is called intuition in this deck. So follow your intuition during the next 3 months, because you're getting a lot of downloads at this time. This was hiding behind it, so I'm going to take it that way, and my intention is to draw just 3 cards, but I feel like this one wanted to sneak in here. So this is the 3 of Swords, which is heartache and loss in this deck. This is the Psychic Tarot. I'll put the links below. And it looks like from this overall, based on this heartache and loss, particularly in the recent past, or maybe like longer for some of you, some of the disappointments or frustrations or letdowns in life have led to more of a faster, rapid paced spiritual ascension, okay, because the intuition is coming forward. I think tarot is doing this with you. Again, you have 2, one sneaking behind the other. We're gonna have to take them. You have recognition and reward, and then, which is the 3 of Wands, and then you have the light, which is sun in this deck. So what is coming your way really in overall is a lot of recognition, a lot of coming to a point where your ships are finally coming in. Okay, and a lot of happiness and abundance is coming your way. You are shining bright. You are shining bright in these next 3 months. Follow your intuition. Keep doing what you're doing. Yes, we do have the foundation. And this is gonna take up some space. I have to move this around a little bit. The heartache and the loss that we've gone through actually has helped us level up, okay? And in due time, you will see the value of that experience. Now, what Spirit wants to call out over here is remember the lesson, but you don't have to hold on to the experience because it'll keep you in the past, right? So we want to move forward. We want to step into the light. We want to focus on raising our vibration, and that automatically is all going to happen pretty rapidly because you have a lot of abundance here. Your intuition is on point. You're getting a lot of recognition and you're stepping into the light. This is the Sun card in traditional tarot. So happiness and abundance is all coming around for you in the next 3 months in your overall life. Okay, so we're looking at overall. Let's see. Let's get you one of these. This is what is this called? The Numinous Astro deck. So we'll get one astrology card. Taurus, there you go. Abundance. Okay, Taurus is the second house. It represents things or material things or people that we put value on. I'll quickly read you these keywords here. Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, ripe, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, and deliberate. But the second house really represents people or things that we value. Okay, it's ruled by Venus. So again, Venus is coming very much front and center for you. And then a little astro advice from the Sun Oracle. We have 11th house. We have Saturn in Aquarius. So eccentricity, it may have felt that or you may have felt you're very different from others, really unique, quite eccentric, because we have the Aquarius in 11th house and Saturn has been there. So that's why it may have felt like a very long cycle. Okay, now what Spirit is really saying here is like, you know, just follow your own path at this time. Your intuition is on point. You are coming out and shining. Finally, it is your time. Finally, this long cycle is over, and your eccentricity, if that's how you see yourself, is actually going to shine. Okay, that is what's going to set you apart and help you stand out from the rest of the crowd, if you want to think of it that way. So let's look at love, and this could be friendship as well. Ooh, we have broken heart. So we are coming out of in the next 3 months. Okay, this does not mean you'll have a break or heartbreak. The next 3 months is going to be an area or a time where your heartache is going to heal. Okay, you're going to heal from any past relationships. This can also be friendship. And it is a number 9. Okay, so it is completion. That phase of your life is going to heal. It is going to be over, but you have to put the intention into it. Okay, you have to look at all this overall light that you're getting and how you're stepping into your own power. Stay in that energy in order to heal from any past disappointments. Okay, so let's see what Tarot has to say. We have temptation, which is represents the devil energy in this deck. Okay, let's see. We have shadow, which is moon. So you have a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas coming out over here. I'll get into these, and then again another one hiding. I don't know if it's this deck or this never happens, but I have to take them all now. So after all the silence and suffering, how it was behind it, right? After all the silence and suffering, you have movement and choices and decisions coming. This is the 2 of Wands. Okay, so what's going on in the love and romance arena for you in the next 3 months is you're gonna move forward. Okay, the suffering was there to help you grow, no matter how painful it was, and I'm not trying to minimize it, but that phase is going to be over. You're going to be expanding. 2 of Wands is the expansion card. It is the movement forward. It is making a choice, making a decision that we do want to heal our heart and we do want to move forward. Now, you have both intuition and shadow showing up, okay? So invest in your shadow work. Go deeper within. ask yourself why you're feeling a certain way, you're going to automatically get a lot of answers from your higher self. Okay, that's very important for you, and embrace it, because you also have temptation, which is the devil card. So the devil here, you know, is going to tempt you to stay closed. It's going to tempt you to keep your heart closed because it's been broken before, right? And this could be, again, for some of you, if this is a separation, it is natural to go into self-doubt, into having a lower self-worth or self-image in ourselves. And that's what the devil does. This is our own ego that kind of holds us back and look, this is what happened. You can't do it again. Keep yourself safe. You know, keep your heart guarded. That's where the temptation comes in, and the temptation is to be safe. What Spirit is saying here is like, you are bigger than your ego. You're bigger than your fears. You know, do your shadow work. Acknowledge that there was some growth in that suffering, and which you may not see now, but I promise you down the line, you will see why that experience had to be there, but you're coming into movement forward. In fact, this says choices and decisions. In fact, you may have a couple people who you may have to choose from in the near future, but the love life is healing in the next 3 months. Let's see what astrology says. Oh, don't want to come. We have Capricorn, the boss. So this is, again, we have temptation, which is the devil card, and we have Capricorn here. So for quite a few of you who are resonating with this section, looks like you're going to be heads down working heavily on career, because look what the Capricorn says. It says the boss, right? And it's a natural thing for us to you know, devote ourselves into something more structured, something more known, especially when we go through these heartaches, right? So this is just like telling you that, yeah, it's likely you'll be heads down and work and all work and no play. Just watch out for that energy so you don't become just work oriented. And yes, it will give you a lot of comfort because it's going to give you the results from your input, right? You will see the results, and you know it's a more of a controlled element or environment. But just watch out, do your shadow work. That are you using work as an excuse to push love back or put it back on the back burner? Okay, we all do that, but that's showing up here in the love energy, especially when we have healing over here. That just watch out and don't use work as a crutch. And I know I'm saying these words, but that's what's coming through, and Spirit really wants me to say that. Don't use work as a crutch. You have options, you have choices coming on. Be open to those. And then you have, look at that, Moon in Gemini, adaptability. It's the third house. This is the third house, is our communications. It is our close neighbors. It's our, you know, close relationships, siblings, colleagues even, where you're gonna just have to adapt the way you talk to them, the way they talk to you, and building boundaries and things like that. So you'll find a lot of comfort, because the moon talks about comfort in adapting to the different, adapting your style of expression around your immediate people. Okay, and sometimes these are people that we don't choose. So that's why neighbors kind of fall into this house. So it could be siblings, any of those that are in our life. Okay, we don't quite control them. Those groups of people, you'll do much better if you just have a lighter approach and also adapt your communication style and not be very, very structured. Just go fluid. Just go fluid with it. It'll help a lot. So let's see what's happening in your career sector. You have door to spirit. So that's what I picked up over here originally, with the woman holding a coin, with the cat, and the intuition showing up over here. There's definitely, you know, continue doing your shadow work, because it's really helping. It's opening the door to spirit for you. And this is almost like, you know, when we're so open, we're so spiritually connected with our crown chakra to our higher self. Look at that wisdom, the Hierophant. Oh my God, this is like a very, very spiritual pile. Hats off, kudos to you. So things will start coming in, abundance will start coming in and start healing everything in your life. You have wisdom, which is a Hierophant, so creating your own tradition. And Hierophant is also a higher level, so for some of you, you may be actually climbing the ladder. If it's a corporate ladder, you may be climbing that, or you're just taking on a leadership position, because the Hierophant is the one that gives other people wisdom, right? So you're coming into that. And then we have our final two, which is patience and planning. So Spirit does acknowledge and recognize that you've been really, setting up those pillars. I like how this looks like an 11 here. So setting up those pillars with a lot of patience and foundation, and the outcome is going to be accelerated motion, okay, which is the 8 of, what is the blue? This is the 8 of, I can't tell if it's wands or if it's cups. I can't tell, but we'll go by the name. So accelerated motion. Things are gonna move really fast ahead. I think that came up over here is that this is your time to come out and shine. Career is looking really solid, career and abundance. And during that, what Spirit is calling you is also work on healing your heart, okay? Don't just be all work and no play. Those things are automatically falling into place for you. So we have conjunction, which is empowerment. So what is happening at this time, especially in your career sector, is you will be coming into connections or coming into an energy of feeling very, very empowered, and you'll empower others, okay? So it's also a good energy for working with others. So if you get a chance for partnership, again, with this adaptability in Gemini, it's possible that you could be forming quite a few partnerships at work. And this could be not just people you lead, but also peers or peer leaders that you could work with and actually create some more alliances. That's going to be very, very empowering and bring more results overall for you and for the other work partner that you may be working with. So let's see what we have. Negotiation, Jupiter in Libra, the 7th house. There you go, partnerships. That's what this is saying. So you have 2 7s here in the career sector. So look for good partners at work and see if you can form alliances. This could be partnering with like another team's leader or another manager, or like, people that your superior wants to influence, building relationships with those teams. That's actually very good, looking very good in the next 3 months. So that's going to bring you more success along with the other team as well. Okay, so let's get you maybe 1 or 2, or let's see how many messages to close out your reading from your higher self. What does your higher self want to tell you at this time? Oops. Okay, too many flipped over. I'm going to take the first one, which is be true to yourself. There's your intuition. There is your goal overall, is to be true to yourself. What are you driven to? What are you being called to do? Just focus on that. And remember, you have that eccentricity card over here as well. So your path may be unique. Just be yourself. Ask with sincerity. So again, this could be just, remember I said that just sit down and ask why you're feeling a certain way. Ask yourself. That's all the shadow work that is going to happen and help you even more to grow. But just really ask, like, don't get lost in the why did certain things happen, or why did an experience happen in your life. Focus on, like, so what am I supposed to do? How do I grow from that? Like, what do I do next? That's how you want to ask, and ask with sincerity, and you'll get the answers. And it says embrace your power. I'm telling you, very powerful time for you. Woman holding a coin, door to spirit is opening, broken heart is healing. You have so many major arcanas over here, and then you have the value and conjunction as well. So work is looking solid. Embrace your power, do what you do best, but also make time for a little bit more fun and lighthearted energies, okay? So those are the messages I have for you, pile 1. I wish you much love and light. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like the reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi, pile 2. This is for those of you who chose the rose quartz. Beautiful pink rose quartz. This will be your reading for the next 3 months, and what we're looking into is yourself, your love life or friendships, and your career life. Okay, so 3 sections, and we'll kind of unveil them one at a time. So let's start with self. And remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this is when you're meant to see this, okay? So in your self energy, we have number 23 all tied up, and this is what you're breaking out of, okay? So the next 3 months is going to be a major, I want to say, either a breakthrough or a breaking free of some mental inhibitions that you have. So there's a sense of empowerment that's coming through for this pile. And we're going to put these here. This is for love, and we'll take one more for career, and we're going to open them as we go. Okay, so let's start with the self, okay? This may also be a good time for you to evaluate where you feel all tied up, or where you feel you don't have the full freedom, to step into your power, okay? This could be any area. This could be our love life, this could be our career, this could be our family life, anything like that, that where you feel you're trying or you feel you have to fit in a lot, that's the area where this restriction is there. So it's similar to the 8 of Swords energy, but it's something that we can break out of, okay? And that's what I see that's happening for you in the next 3 months. So let's see what Tarot has to say in the area of self for pile 2. Spirit, show us what we have. We have destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. I love it. Jupiter is going into Pisces, major arcana, truth, which is the Judgment energy. Wow, heavy hitting. And then we have discontent and boredom, number 4. Okay, this is the 4 of Cups in a traditional tarot. So this is, I'm laughing because it's such an interesting energy. Remember I said early on, either you're breaking free or breaking through, and I feel that's what this is. You are gonna realize, if this is resonating, that you're tired of doing the same thing over and over again and not getting any different results. And this is in the area of self, okay? That you've been following certain patterns or for certain expectations, and there's within you this budding desire to do something different, to be different, to follow your own path. So the truth is coming up, and you already know the truth, and you know you have a different destiny. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning in the next 3 months. There is some level of realization that your own truth is what you're going to acknowledge, and that's going to help you break through to your true destiny. And whatever this may be, okay, could be like, okay, we're changing jobs and now, or we're quitting our job and we're starting our own business, or we are in a business and finally the truth is that it just doesn't resonate with us. Maybe it's a family business that you've been in, right? And you want to do something different. Or this could be a relationship where, because Judgment shows up, and Judgment is also about, can be separation as well. So apply to whichever area of your life, but this in your core, your self-identity, there is going to be a point where you will discover your own truth. You will discover what you're meant to do, and it's probably coming from these 2 energies here, where you feel a little tied up, you feel a little blocked, you feel a little bored and mundane. Literally, these are the words, discontent and boredom, right? It feels like areas of things that you just don't want to feel like doing anymore, but you've been doing them because that's what's expected of you, right? So there is a breakthrough moment for you in self in the next 3 months. I mean, congrats and hats off for doing that. Hats off. The energies are very positive. Again, remember, it's general. It is not a personal reading, so everybody's circumstances would be unique. But remember that free will trumps everything else. And in the area of self, you have Venus, okay? Venus is about, of course, love, self-love, which is where it all starts. It all starts with self-love, right? What is the definition of value or beauty or luxury or wealth in our life? Like, what do we value? Okay, do we value our freedom? Do we value our choice? Do we value material sustenance? And what and who? That's what this covers. Okay, so this is where you're really being called to tap into that and reevaluate things and people and even structures that you value in your life and step into that. Okay, I'm telling you, very, very empowering group here. Very empowering group. So let's see. Let's get an advice card from in the area of self from this oracle. I'll list the names. Oh, I got two. I have to do that again. I'll list the decks below, but I'm having a lot of fun with these cards, especially this one here. Whoop, okay. We have Jupiter in Cancer, speculation, and this is the 4th house. Okay, so Cancer is our 4th house. For some of you, you have two Jupiter cards. Destiny is ruled by, well, I take that back. Is that Saturn or is that Jupiter? No, that's right. It is Jupiter. It is Jupiter. So I don't take it back. You have two Jupiter cards here. Jupiter is the planet of luck. Jupiter is going into Pisces, by the way. So you may want to look into where Pisces, what house it rules. But this means expansion. This means luck. This means serendipity. And with Cancer, it's like all of this stuff is happening in the home arena. What is your foundation? What is your emotional structure at home? Where do you feel at home? That's where I think Venus and Jupiter are coming together. There's going to be a lot of expansion, a lot of turn of events if you embrace this. That the time is really good in the next 3 months to really tap into what makes you feel expansive, what makes you feel like you can have growth in those areas, and keep working on that. But Cancer, or the 4th house and the 2nd house, are the main energies. Is like, what do we value, and what structures do we value? So home and family are pretty top of mind, and what does that mean to you? Okay, so let's see what's happening in the love sector for you. We have attachment number 5. So there is, with these two energies here, what I'm picking up of is, for this group, there is a sense of, because, okay, with the Judgment being here as well, there is a sense of being comfortable with a certain status. Okay, now this is in the love arena. So attachments is things that we kind of hold ourselves to, right? It can be a relationship status, it can be a person, it can be some material things, but this is showing up in our love sector, in our heart sector, right? So we've created a comfort zone that we need to break out of. Now the attachment can also be, as I said, status, or a let's say our social status, in the sense, what is our relationship status? Okay, so if we are, let's say, single, do we look down upon that because others around us are not single? Or if you're attached or in a connection, then is our life stage the same as somebody else? So usually this energy is comparing ourselves to others and trying to conform. Okay, so that's coming up. And that's something that will help if you can break out of it, is what I'm hearing. So don't be attached to a certain idea when it comes to love. Even if you're like single, your person could look very, very different than you. I'm just going to see the first one that I saw, which is this one here, disruption. There you go. You have a Tower. Okay, some people in this group, and I'm hesitating in saying that, but Spirit is like literally throwing these in my face. Judgment and Tower. You have both, and you have attachment, and you have all tied up, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you definitely walking out of a relationship. If it's not a relationship and you have the power, see, you have the strength to do it. If it's not a relationship, so some of you, it could be career, but no, that's like maybe like one person. For most of you, this is the time where you're evaluating what does your foundation look like, because this deck, it shows how we layer by layer we build ourselves up, okay? And you know, when the foundation is not right, we've got to disrupt it and we've got to start building again. So for those of you it's resonating, and you are still here, I have to honor the messages that come through. So remember, if something is triggering, it has purpose for you. So try to listen to that message. But this is saying, don't be attached to a foundation that does not work for you anymore, or a status that does not work for you anymore. Build your own foundations and transform. This is the Death card, okay? You have all major arcanas that talk about a major transformation, okay? So how do you want to build your life? What does love look like to you? What does a relationship look like to you? And are you yourself in the relationship? Because this is also, transformation is our phoenix moment, okay? It's the Scorpio house. It's where we completely disrupt and recreate ourselves, okay? And then you have number 5 again. So you have 2 5s, so there are changes, and this says emotional loss. So you may, if you're walking away from someone, and you know why, you know your truth, why you're doing it, just go with it. Just go with it. You will heal from this emotional loss. You will recover. But if you stay attached in something that drains your light, it is not for you. And vice versa, okay? If somebody is walking out of your life, there is no point in trying to chase, because, you know, there's a runner-chaser spectrum that happens with energy. If you keep chasing, they will keep running. If they need to leave, they need to leave, and you need to do your own work. So that's coming here. So I feel like this group is going through a major transformation in the next 3 months. Comment below if this is making sense. But what Spirit is saying is you have to feel empowered. You have to absolutely feel empowered to do this. And then think later of the why. Don't get stuck in the why. I think that why message came for the first group as well. Oh, this is the one I want to take. So don't get stuck in the why. Divert your energy to, what is my foundation? Where do I need to resurrect? What is my truth? Where am I being called to go? What is my destiny? Okay. And you can't go wrong with that. There you go. God, I can't make this up. See what I got? Pluto, transformation. Here it says transformation. So there's heavy shadow work happening. There is, look at the keywords, renewal. There's renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, personal power. You are coming out of a period of where you felt powerless, okay? And it starts with you, that you have to change your own mindset, because Pluto literally is a power struggle, and it shows up in work connections with our superiors. It shows up in our family, in our romantic or companionships, okay? Because Pluto like brings a sense of intensity to it, and it'll push us till we analyze where we are. Is that true to our essence or not? If not, it'll just keep on pressuring, okay? So, but it is, again, it rules Scorpio, so maybe there's some Scorpios in the group here. This is the Scorpio energy. So this is the time. This is the time where you can make it. Okay, you can absolutely make it. You're transforming. We have Jupiter in, how many Jupiter cards do you have? Guys, this is your luck is turning. Jupiter in Sag, it says principle, and this is the 9th house again. So your mind is expanding, your luck is expanding. You need to evaluate what your true principles are, okay? The 9th house is where our philosophies lie, where our spirituality lies, and philosophies coming next to Pluto. This is where you need to do the major work. I think it's your relationship or your relationship status that is driving quite a bit of yourself as well. So be open to that change. I mean, that's the timing is right. The energies are right here telling you that you can make the change that you want. Oof, so spiritually, well, sorry, spiritually. Okay, spiritually you're going through a transformation. In your career sector, look at that. I said spiritually. You have 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. I mean, like, your crown is completely lit up, okay? So as I said, you know this truth, okay? And this is going to affect not only your love life, but also your career. So listen to your intuition when it comes to career. If you're being called to go in a different direction, or if you're being called to start something new, just pay attention to that, because you're getting a lot of downloads, and purple would be a good color for you. We have financial and material changes. Okay, so that's coming through. We have a trapped in fear. So that's what you need to break out of. Oh my God, 8 of Swords showed up. It showed up. This is the 8 of Swords. So half your battle, or maybe 3/4 of your battle, is all in your head. How cool is that? Because it's in your head and you can break it, right? And then you have harmony. So this is the Lover's card, which is also the choice. So you have the choice, as I said, absolutely. And my pitch is so high. My energy is so high right now. It's almost like I'm trying to be, and really the energy I'm getting is I'm trying to be your cheerleader at this point. Whatever freaking changes you want to make in your life, you can. So you need to break out of your mental prison. There are changes coming. You have to choose it. The harmony card is like, go for things that bring peace and harmony to you. And when you start doing it in each area of your life, of course, it's going to transcend into your true essence, right? So I'm rooting for you. I am your cheerleader. Drop me a comment, #cheerleader or my cheerleader, anything like that. But seriously, this is an amazing time for you. You will be a completely different person if you go through this, and you're going to come out and you're going to look back on your life and say, wow, what was I doing before this? Okay. That's what I'm getting for you. You have conjunction. We have this in the last pile too, empowerment. Okay. There are people rooting for you. Whether you see this or not, there are going to be the right people. If you feel you need to, let's say, reach out to a mentor or a life coach, or this is the card of allies. Okay, there are a lot of partnerships and allies around you if you're open to them. Let's say if this is something you want to talk to your family about and you're hesitant, don't be hesitant. People are rooting for you. Okay, and this applies to your career as well. There may be, okay, we got 2, so we'll take 2. We got people even in the workplace who will help you, who will go out of their way to help you find what is best for your strengths. Okay, so for astrology other, we have Venus in Libra, indecision, 7th house. So partnerships, don't be indecisive with your partnerships at this time. Your Mars in Sag, again, 9th house, domination. Okay, so this is the time to actually not let others dominate you. Okay, this is the time to find partnerships that feel true, that work for you in the workplace. It is also a possibility for you to step up and be a leader should you choose, because right now you're trapped in this mental chaos or a mental cage, and you're feeling a little bit like left out in the cold, but the energy is the opposite. It's pushing you to come out on top, to break through and stop being indecisive in any of the work arena that you're looking at. Okay, so let's get you some overarching messages, just general from your higher self, and see what your higher self wants to tell you. I'm going to try and get 3. Change tracks. Is this deck reversed? The deck is reversed. Okay, because it came out in the reverse. I'm like, what? So change tracks. And mic drop. This is what we're talking about. You are overall transforming. I mean, you change tracks, transformation, you have Pluto transformation, disruption, destiny, truth, which is judgment, harmony, choosing harmony. And then of course you have your crown chakra completely lit up. So yeah, it's time to change your tracks. Don't be attached to them. Admit your vulnerabilities. There is no shame, because you're talking to yourself. Okay, what is your comfort zone and why is it comfortable? can you, if you have that conversation with yourself, you're gonna very easily break out from it. Ooh, okay, too many, but here you go. Here you go, my loves. Face your shadow. Face your shadow. That's all you gotta do. It sounds and accept disappointments gracefully. Okay, it sounds harder than it is, because it's more the fear, the internal fear. But once you face your shadow, admit your vulnerabilities, like that, you'll be able to change tracks and step into your power. So that's the reading I have for you, pile 2. Wish you much love and light. Give it a thumbs up if you like the reading, and comment below if this is making sense, and hashtag my cheerleader. I'm rooting for you. Take care. Hi, pile 3. This is for those of you who chose the 3rd stone or crystal, which is citrine. I like the color so much. It's like so ambery, but it's a citrine. So this is going to be your reading. I'll place this over here. This is for the next 3 months, but it is a timeless reading, okay? So it's not boxed into certain months. It's just the next, 90 days, let's say. And you'll see this reading whenever you're meant to see this. We're going to look into the overall, life overall. We'll look at the love life, and we'll look at finances and career and see what energies are available to you. Please remember, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and forget the rest. All right, so let's see what is happening in the area of self for pile 3 in the next 3 months. Door to spirit, so going through a spiritual up leveling. We love that. Adds to a 5, which is, growth and changes, or changes that bring us growth, or growth that happens from changes. Okay, however you want to look at it. We'll open these later. This is for love life, and then let's get one more for our finances and career. All right, here we go. So let's draw some tarot. We're going to do tarot and just a tad bit of astrology in this reading, and we will go from there. And towards the end, we'll also just get some messages from our higher self. Okay, so pile number 3, door to spirit. The spiritual awakening. I'm hearing for some of you, your sleep may be disrupted. You may just for no reason have issues falling asleep, or the other way around, where you're sleepy even during the day, like you just want to sleep. That's okay. That's how our body catches up to our spiritual downloads. Okay, our physical body is not at the same vibration, so it needs a little catching up. So rest if you need to. And if you have a lot of energy, do something. Do something productive and go for a run, or do yoga, exercise, dance, sing, whatever you feel like. Okay, we have victory and success. Woohoo! Just the 6 of Wands. We have emotional withdrawal. This is our 8 of Cups. Let's get one more. This one here. We have prosperity begins. Okay, so this pile, I think this theme is coming up today. There is a level of emotional empowerment that's happening, but overall, the biggest shift that's happening here for you is actually you seeing yourself and your true value to yourself. Okay, and that's where prosperity begins. It's because you've done some work, you walked away from things that don't resonate with you anymore. So this is the 8 of Cups. Okay, that's called emotional withdrawal in this deck. This is the Psychic Tarot. I'll put the links below because I always butcher the names. This is the major work you've done, and if you haven't, embody it, do it, because when you do, your prosperity is going to begin, and you're actually going to get a lot of recognition and success and victory from it as well. Literally, like, this guy is like tooting his own horn. Okay, and I know we are almost like taught not to praise ourselves, but that is what the whole change is from this door to spirit, is like, okay, what do you value? How do you value yourself? And what are you tolerating in your life that does not resonate with you? That's what you're walking away from. And that's when you're planting your seed. Your identity is what is taking a complete new sprouting that is happening. That was a very bad sentence, the way I said it. I don't know what I was saying. But basically, you are going through a rebirth. But it's a very powerful rebirth because it looks like all of the hard work is done. Because there's, in this area of self, you have done the spiritual work. You have done the emotional walking away from things or people. This can also be people for sure. And here you are in the next 3 months, building up all the way to victory. This is not just, oh, we planted the seed and then, we're going to have to wait another 3 years to see the results. This is rapid manifestation for this group. Rapid, dare I say, because you've done so much spiritual work and you have a lot of support from your spiritual team. Keep doing whatever you're doing because it's working. It's absolutely working. Even if you don't see the result right now, you will see it. Taurus, the bombshell. Look at that. So heavy earth energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus. We have the bull over here. So it's very earthy, practical, productive, fertile, tactile, blooming. I saw the word blooming here, right? So very deliberate steps that you're taking in your self arena. This is the second house. It is our self-worth. It is our self-value as well, and things and people that we value. Okay, so keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on this and keep working through what you value, and you're going to find a lot of victory and success. Okay, let's see what advice is from this deck. It says assertion, sun in Aries in the first house. Yes, so as I said, this is rapid transformation, rapid change in yourself. Aries represents the first house. So for first houses, our ego is how we see the world, how we see ourselves, and this is calling for you to be assertive. Okay, so even if your path is different than others, the more you keep evaluating what is true to you, again, another one over here. So first house energies, this is you transforming into what makes sense, what feels authentic to you, and going down that path. So come out and shine with the sun in the first house. It's your time to shine the way that you want to. It's a very, very good time for you. All right, so let's see what's happening in love and romance. We have the energy of appreciation. Now, appreciation goes both ways. This is a feeling appreciated by the people in our life, but also appreciating the people that we have currently in our life, okay? This energy really calls us to, this is the, if I can sum it up, this is the attitude of gratitude that's showing up in your romantic life, in your friend circle, and in the people that are close to you. But I'm going to read it as romance. So this is almost like with your spiritual up-leveling, there is a sense of appreciation that you'll find you all of a sudden have if you did not have before. You will start looking at the positive things in life, and that will bring with it viewing our partner or our friends or families with a very positive view. And that's a natural shift that's coming in you. So let's see what tarot has to say. There is movement, choices, and decision. And we have material and spiritual prosperity, because we did not have those messages anymore, until now. So there's your confirmation if you did not hear that. Let's shuffle a little bit more. And we have justice, which is the balance in this card. So 11. So if you see 11, 1, 1, 11, 11, there's a lot of ones here. Go watch my repeating numbers reading. There may be a message for you in the 111 section. Those are very short reads that I have for each of the numbers. But what's happening is it's literally, as you lean into this attitude of gratitude and trying to see positive in people, even in your companion, even in your partner, even with somebody that you fight with, there is going to be a lot of peace and harmony coming through. For this group, I feel like this is about the people who are already in your life and just taking a very balanced approach to a relationship. There is always going to be you know, an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, there are forces at play. We mirror the people that are around us, and the people around us mirror us. Okay, there is constant projection that happens. And what this is saying is, because now with the spiritual experience or work that you've put in, you naturally are projecting a lot of appreciation, and that's what's coming back to you. Okay, there is a material and spiritual prosperity that's coming through. There is balance that's coming through in your relationships, in your love sector as well, and with it is going to come a lot more choices and a lot more movement forward. Okay, this is your ships coming in. You'll have more. I feel like your friend circle is expanding quite a bit. There's balance in your romantic relationships if you're in a relationship. If not, there's balance in your community, in your friend circle. And generally there is growth overall, because the reds in this deck represent pentacles. So, you know, your abundance is growing overall with the Venusian energy here. So come out and shine, be balanced, and you're also going to attract a lot of appreciation from the people around you. I'm not getting any heavy energies from your partner. So it's possible you could be single, but if that's the case, then it's like whoever comes your way is going to be a perfect mirror to you, with the justice and the appreciation energy showing up over here. It's like, as I said, the energy of projection is pretty key. So vibrate higher, attract higher is what's coming through over here. Okay, so there we go. Oh my God, Venus, Taurus, love is coming. So for you single people there, love is coming through. Keep valuing yourself, keep loving yourself, project that, because by doing that, you show the universe you value yourself. So take care, look fine, be fine, you know, watch things that you like, watch things that make you happy, anything like that brings you joy and happiness. Do that, and that's automatically going to open the gates for romance to come in. All right, let's see what the Sun Oracle says. In the love sector, extremism, interesting. We have Mercury in Scorpio, which is the 8th house. That is very, very interesting energy. I feel this is mind over matter, because Mercury is and the balance energy is here as well. So what I'm getting from this is be a bit more open, be more flexible to the people that come through. Especially in your romantic sector, because they're going to be slightly, as I said, mirroring, and the mirror could be the mirror of your triggers. So it may feel like an extreme connection. It may feel like, you know, our love life or the love partners that we attract tend to trigger us. But actually, once you get past the trigger, it's pretty smooth sailing. It's pretty smooth sailing. So what I'm getting here is like, that's why you have this whole theme of mirroring going on. So stay in the Venusian energy. Things are going to balance out. But yes, whatever your triggers are, if you sit down and just write those down, and things that you don't like in people are actually your shadow aspects. And once you acknowledge that, once you honor that, and then look for what do you appreciate even in that, that's when you know, the right partner is going to come through. But yeah, initially I feel like there's somebody coming through that's going to trigger you, but once you're past the trigger, it's going to be a very beautiful balanced relationship. Wow. Okay, so let's see. In the career finances sector, you have the World. The World, again, if I look at from a tarot perspective, this is new beginnings. This is closing old cycles. This is beginning something new. But then it's also giving me major, like if you are in a business, especially an online business, this is your audience is increasing, or your customers are increasing. There's expansion. The World is Jupiter energy, is expansion. Your luck is turning in the career and finances sector. So be open to that. And this will also, because you know all areas are connected, this will also require you to understand what you value and how you want to set up your business or your career and what is important to you when it comes to abundance, and also being open to a different perspective, because you know, especially in businesses or careers, we have to be able to negotiate with people having a very different point of view, and that comes very easily when you have a spiritual mindset. So there is expansion, there is like expansion in your finances coming through. So let's see what tarot has to say. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't breathe. You have the world and you have the universe. You have two world cards here, major arcana. Maybe some of you are taking a job with a global company, or you're moving countries, or you're working completely remotely and you're trying to, you know, establish a career where you can travel, go across the world and still be working for the same corporation. So that's definitely happening. Oh, that's such a dream job. It's like, you know, those travel bloggers, something like that. That energy is what's coming through over here. But this is confirmation. Career, big changes coming through. Didn't we have, yeah, prosperity begins, material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, so victory and success. So major success coming in the finance sector for you guys. Okay, be open to it, allow it to come in. Okay, love begins. Okay, you're gonna do what you love, or if you're not, this is just the energy telling you, like, this is the time you can go after what you love. You have the world is at your fingertips at this point. Wow. Wow. It's amazing. And base chakra, okay? Work on your foundations. Base chakra is our root chakra. This is our foundation. This is where we feel at home. Where do we feel secure? That's what you need to just evaluate a little bit more. And honestly, with these energies showing up, because this is about, there are going to be rapid changes, so have your foundation very secure. What I mean by that, that means know what is the most important thing to you, okay? Because we have so much Venusian Taurus energy showing up over here, and this is the second house, okay? The base chakra in astrology is the second house, and what it's saying is, where do you feel at home, or can you feel at home? Anywhere, as long as you're doing what you love. Okay, that's something for you to ponder upon. Deep messages. All right, let's see what Astro Deck has to say. Neptune. Are there two? Neptune North Node. Okay, we'll take both of these. Today's reading, the cards have been sneaking up, and this is interesting. Never happens usually. So Neptune is your dreams. Okay, this is our long-term dreams. This is our imagination. This is where do we want to go. Again, it's the world energy. It talks about imagination, memory, subconscious, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, blah 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 blah, all this stuff, and ends with the magic. Okay, so Neptune rules Pisces. Jupiter also rules Pisces, and Jupiter is going into Pisces. So not to like go too much into astrology, but this is the time to really think through, what are your dreams? What do you want to build on? What do you appreciate? Where do you want to be? And you can do that, because guess what? Next to it is we have the North Node, which is destiny. Your destiny is calling. Or if you if that's too big of a phrase, it's like, oh my gosh, my destiny, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? No, it's about this thing right here that is totally calling you in terms of your vocation, your business, your job, whatever this is that you're so called to do. That is your destiny. Okay, and this time is right if you want to make any major moves in that direction. Just work on your foundation. This is going to be most important for you. Is like, okay, where do you feel safe? How will you feel safe? What are your let's say safety triggers? Okay, what makes you uncomfortable? Deal with that, work on that, and then just go for what you love, because this is, you have a world of opportunities here. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Amazing. If you become a millionaire and billionaire, whatever, remember me. Remember this reading. Okay, let's get your Sun Oracle. Egotism, which is Mars in Leo, as the 5th house. Okay, so overall, the 5th house and Mars, it's really about coming out and shining. Okay, we had assertion here as well. So you have heavy fire energy showing up in your astrological houses. The 5th house is our creativity. Okay, this can be our small businesses. It can also be small investments like, you know, stock market. This can be gambling. This can be sports. Anything fun and creative that also brings some monetization with it. So this is a time to, and Leos like to shine, okay? They like to be center stage, or they're natural at being center stage. So you're being called to like take the stage. The world is your stage. Some of you are doing something online or in social media. The only thing to watch out for is egotism, because when imbalanced, Mars is a very fiery energy. Mars and Leo can get a little bit too full of themselves. So just watch out for that and not get into an egotistic energy, but rather use this energy, appreciate your talents, appreciate the different aspects of yourself, and also what other people, different perspectives that other people will bring to you, especially in the work sector. So you're going to shine no matter what. You're going to shine no matter what. You're going to shine no matter what. So don't let that affect your ego. Okay, be open to, let's say, feedback. Like, you know, if you're in a job and, you know, if your boss or, you know, your superior is giving you some harsh feedback, just take it, and take it from a point of view like, okay, how can I grow from this? That's going to help you tremendously, tremendously, because you're going to shine no matter what. Had to say that. All right, so let's get some messages from your higher self to close out your reading for the next 3 months. See what your higher self wants to tell you. Tune out distractions. Okay. Okay, I don't know what these are. These will be unique to each and every one of you. So what is deviating you from your path? What is deviating you from your focus? Face your shadow. We just talked about this, that, you know, what are your trigger points? What are your trigger points? What is your shadow? Why is it there? And what is it meant to tell you? And those are the type of things you'll find in other people and help you overcome your shadow as well. Build on solid ground. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. This is what I was getting, the energy with the base chakra. What is your foundation? What is your security? What makes you feel secure and what doesn't? Make sure you channel that out of your system so you can go out and shine. And it says, be of service. There you go. So those are the messages I have for you, pile 3. Beautiful reading. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share it with a friend or two if you feel it's gonna help them as well. I wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.